Thank you, sir. It's nice to be here. So I hear that you are the brightest kids of Kathmandu. Is that true? Are you the brightest kids of Kathmandu? Yeah, because you're studying IT and technology, and tech is the future. It's very nice to be here. So I must ask to tell something about the future. First, about the book Forwardism. Forwardism is written, I wrote it with my late husband. He died 2 years ago, but we started to write it in 2010, so it took 15 years to write. It is a book about the mega trends for the global south, countries like Nepal, India, etc. And it's about your future. So, forwardism means the movement to go forwards, forwards, forwards. Don't pay too much attention on things that went wrong in the past. My father was an alcoholic, and still I'm doing well. So, all of our lives, I survived 2 brain hemorrhages. So I'm paralyzed on the left side. I don't care. I'm still here. So, but don't think too much about things that went wrong in the past in your life. Make your future. Make your future and use all the possibilities that are here today, now. In 1970, 50 years ago, China was poorer than Somalia. China was one of the poorest countries in the world. And look today where they are now, the Chinese economy, the American economy. So what you see is forwardism made China from poor to rich because they wanted to leave poorness behind. They wanted to leave poverty behind. They wanted to move forward, forward, forward. And look what the whole world economy is doing. But look what life is. This is me, this is you, this is our life. So, now you are Hindu, so you hope to reincarnate. But what my mother always said, if you reincarnate as a chicken, then you will enter in a restaurant. So make something good of this life now. So don't waste your time on bullshit. Who of you has been angry this week? Even for a short time. Who of you has been angry last week? For some time. Angry, it doesn't matter who, on yourself, on your parents, on your friends. Who has been angry last week? Yes, one. Only one, I don't believe you. If you are angry, eat chocolate. Chocolate is fantastic. Have a look. University studies show that cacao of chocolate stimulates your stem cells and reverses aging. A chocolate a day keeps the doctor away. So eat chocolate. When I'm angry, I eat chocolate. Another thing, study finds 1 minute of anger weakens your immune system for 5 hours. So it's going to make you ill. So eat your, when you feel angry, not even 1 minute, chocolate, and then it will save your life. Have a look. Many people are worried that climate change is going to kill us. It's not. Have a look. This is what the United Nations says. In the year 2090, humanity will be 800% richer than today. Already in 2070, humanity will be 300 to 500% richer than today. If we spend 2% of our annually growing GDP on adapting to climate change, we will do fine. You don't have to worry at all. So this is what the United Nations says, both in the Vedas, but also in the Bible. It is said that innovations goes in waves. Sometimes you have one innovation per year, sometimes 100 per year. In the Vedas, it is written that in the times when we had so many innovations together, the gods came from outside and mixed with human beings and brought knowledge from outer space. And that's why we could build fantastic temples. In the Bible, I'm raised as Christian. In the Bible, it says that angels came to earth and mixed with us. So maybe later in history, we will think that Elon Musk was a god or an angel. We will see. But a Russian economist, Mr. Kondratyev, he wrote about these waves. Have a look. Make a photo of this sheet. This is the most important sheet of today. These are called the Kondratyev waves. He says innovation always goes along with wars, because one trend is forever. Men love wars and women love soldiers. Now have a look. For example, he says the first innovation wave started in 1785, and they have the second, and then now we have the sixth. So it started with, and now we are going to see much abundant energy from it. 5 years from now, before you die, you can upload your brain, everything that is in your brain in the cloud, your memories, your emotions, your knowledge, and your family and friends can talk with you as a hologram, so that you will be an early reincarnation. This is, for example, look at this red area where Nepal is a part of. In this red area, the same amount of people live as in the gray area in the rest around. But that was also 1970, but then you were all poor. Now you are doing better and better and better. So it's doing much better. But on the other hand, people are getting less children. Look, for example, upstairs is the blue areas. People get 1 to 2 children per family. The chart upstairs is in 1970. And you see only in the Western countries, people got 1 to 2 children per family. In the rest of the world, people got zillions of babies, including you. And look at the chart under it. Almost all of the world has become blue. Also India, China, also Nepal, people get less babies, because the higher educated women are, the less babies they want. They say 1 or 2 is enough. Why should I take babies? Do you know how many bags and clothes I can buy from all that money? No babies. So as you see, in 1820, 200 years ago, India was already a top 3 in the world economy. And now, 200 years later, they are getting back there. And you, as a small neighbor of India, can cash on that. You can use on that, so be good friends with your big brother, be good friends and cash on this enormous economic growth. I'm taking you to China. This is what tech is doing now in China. So the tuk-tuk is flying and is electric. And people are aided by AI, so they have these things, so they are brighter, smarter, stronger. The drone is delivering your packages, so we don't need delivery boys anymore. The traffic is much lower. These are the robots who look like human beings. They even can have dresses. This is what China is doing. Of course, in Nepal, you have a lot of young people who can do this, but the population of China will halve this century. At the end of the century, they will only have half of the people they have now. So they have to do that. But one of the things you have to be aware of, will we use some of these robots in Nepal as well? And for the people who get unemployed, will be educated for new jobs, because each innovation wave costs jobs but also create totally new jobs. So what we see now is the pension funds of the global north are investing their money in the global south. India attracts billions and billions now from pension funds in Europe, Japan, and America to invest in that. So if you in Nepal can come up with business ideas that people from the West can fund, you will easily get that money. Should be good ideas, of course, and a good return of investment. And in this fast-changing world, playing it safe is one of the riskiest things you can do. So don't play too safe. The original design is Greek. It's a Greek architect, but Greece doesn't have the money to build it. So India is going to build it. This is Shivaji, that is the big hero of India. So it will be his statue. It will be like 500 meters high. So higher than the Eiffel Tower in Paris, higher than the Statue of Liberty in New York. And this will be the new landmark of Mumbai. So this is interesting to see. And we also use what could be a grand idea for Nepal. That is something for you to think of. So this is what we need. We need grand things for our image, for the image of our country, and let's look at what mobility is going to do. You are a mountainous country, so mobility is a challenge. Have a look. This is how the big cities will look like. So I think Nepal should make a deal with China. Let's build a factory here and build all these things here, so the people in the mountains, the people in rural areas can use this when they want to go to school, or they want to bring their vegetables to the market, or other things as well, because if their mobility becomes better, their life becomes much better. It's just a coating on the windows, you can see through it, the sun can come in, but the window turns into a solar panel. So we can do that with all Nepalese houses, all buildings, also this college. No problem at all. And we also have small nuclear power plants. As the nuclear power plant is the size of a container in a ship. So it's very easy. So every village can have one. Look, because AI is going to cost so much energy, Nepal can only become an AI nation if you create abundant energy, which is cheap. And you can do this with nuclear energy. So, why throw away plastic? It's petrol for your scooter, it is petrol for your car. So why don't one of you call this Japanese professor and say, can we lease this from you? Can we build factories here in Nepal where we can make this, so that every village has its own of this thing? Nobody will throw away plastic anymore because it's fuel for your scooter. This is our future.
Ready? Oh, hello, dear. Oh, has he grown? Yeah, he's 18 months now. Yeah. Oh, he's lovely. You still working down the cat? No, I have to give that up. But I'll be able to go back if we can get him into a nursery. Oh, is there a good one near here?
This is our future. You, me, we all end up like this. And so, thanks to brilliant IT and AI people, thanks to guys like you, the doctor can diagnose this illness just by the voices. That is very fast and very cheap. And this is what we are going to see. Who of you likes to drink alcohol? Nobody? You're lying. There is now this new gel. If you take a little bit of this gel before you drink, you will not get fat. It breaks down the alcohol in your body. You will not get a hangover the next day. You will not get a headache. So it's doing fine. And have a look how far we are now. The brains of a deceased composer, 3 years after his death, is still composing new songs. This is what's happening. So many innovations all at the same time. But we have to organize ourselves, like here. If we organize ourselves smartly, we can deal with everything. So don't worry, we will do very good, because the raft of knowledge ferries the worst sinner to safety, as the Bhagavad Gita also says. But don't become like China. In China, the Communist Party wants to control the brains of young people. This is how they do it. And this is your future. This is your future. And most people will experience this shift, will look at it. But you are the leaders of this future. You are going to turn all of this into reality. And you can. Good luck. Thank you very much.
Hello, Mr. Bakas. Good morning.
Yeah, hello.
Let me remind you, I'm not trying to have a game with you. You, at the earlier of this session, you said your father was an alcoholic.
Yeah.
And you believe in polarity, right? So it's a quadratic reason. And I believe every man, woman, boy, girl should remember who they was, who they were, in order to appreciate what they have at the present.
Yes, of course.
That's my question. You say you recall your past, and you believe in polarity.
Yes. That's why I don't want to become an alcoholic, because what you see, the research shows that children of alcoholics usually also become alcoholic. And I wanted to prevent that. I have more friends who are children of alcoholics, so we said, okay, we don't want to be that, so we watch our alcohol consumption. We are very aware of that. So, but on the other hand, I forgave my father. I mean, he had mental problems, so he didn't know what he did. So, I'm not angry about him anymore, because it will cost me my immune system. And then I have to eat kilos of chocolates. If I would say, the man is dead, so okay, he lived as he did. There were other times. But I don't want to become an alcoholic, so I'm very, very easy with alcohol. Not too much.
Hello, namaste, Mr. Bakas.
Namaste.
I'm honored to have you on this stage. And recently you showed a video of two guys kissing each other. And so what the thought do you have about the LGBTQ community? Should we allow the people to be the way they are, or should we protect that God has gifted us as a man and woman? Thank you.
Well, I am gay myself. I was married. I wrote the book with my husband. We were 25 happy together. No problem at all. We could make careers. Our family loved everything. When we married, my mother said, first row in a sari. That was not a problem at all. What we see, that the gods made 5% of people homosexual, but also of animals. 5% of the lions are gay, 5% of the elephants, of the birds, all of them. So God had a reason for that. And the reason is that when you don't have family and children, you can focus on other things, like thinking, or like coming up with new ideas, with creativity. So we have a function in nature. So why don't we say, if gay couples from India want to have their marriage party here, because here it's legal, and then they go back to their country, then you make a lot of money from that as well.
Hello, Mr. Bakas. Namaste, greetings from
Namaste.
Since you are a global speaker and have been inspiring the entire world, and you have been motivating on continuing in technologies, although in India, China, in GDP, and economic technology, and you are here today in Nepal, inspiring the youth like us. So we are really very grateful for your contribution globally, and you are truly an inspiration, and we are really, really very thankful. And yeah.